Good afternoon everybody, this is my first video on my new channel, The Outdoor Boy. Now, it's not my first rodeo because I've been camping 50 years. It is, however, the first trip to the Lake District this year. So we're going to be heading up to Dale Head Tarn, which is up over this bit of a beach there. So yeah, I've been camping 50 years, so you'll have to have a guess how old I am. So I've just started, and this is steep. There's honest a slate mine down there. I've got 26, maybe 27 pound on my back. So I've had no warm up either. You sort of like go straight into this. However, Dale Tarn is only about a mile. This is a killer. Starting to get a few views. No, I don't know if you can see that in the distance. Just a minute, let me get my breath. There is some snow on the higher ones, but I think most of it's gone, which I'm a bit disappointed about really, because I've come this time of year just to catch the last of the snow. But that's a killer to start with a 27 pound bag. Check these out for some views. Yeah, the snow's still on the bigger ones, but you're looking at about 800 or 900 metres there. I think that's Great Gable there and Green Gable next to it. I'm not 100% sure, but we're getting opening up the views now. Helicopter there. Fire rescue, taxi. So over there is Great Gable, Green Gable and Windy Gap. Check this little slight wind breakout. Probably for shepherds back in the day, for a bit of shelter while watching the sheep. We'll check that out now. Yeah, I think that might be Great Gable there popping up. Or it could be that in the middle, because that looks like Windy Gap to the left of it, and then Green Gable. There's a few people been coming down and a couple going up, but with where this is, you start heading right now on this path. I'm not doing Dale Head because it's too much, and I'm running out of time. I've been really taking my time because I was sweating. I don't want to start getting wet if it's going to go down to -1 tonight. So -2 actually it said. So we'll leave Dale Head. I might do that with Dave next week or something, or week after, and do Scarf and Robinson. At the end of the day, I've probably got about 30 pound on my back now because I've stuck my coat on it as well, and that's got a few bits and bobs in the pocket. Bits and bobs in the pocket. Bits and bobs. What are you talking about? Right, there's a couple of little tarns up here. There's quite a lot of water, but I think we're heading down there into that like bit of a valley. So that's it down there. How beautiful is that? Right next to that big cliff face, and I can't see any tents. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. So like I said, if you died up here, it wouldn't bother me. It's better than dying in front of the TV. So I'm absolutely gobsmacked by this place. I think the English Woodsman did a video, but he didn't show you all this. He was mainly bloody pointing the camera at himself. And with my YouTube channel, you're not going to get that. I'm going to be filming the scenes, not my face. But this is an epic camp spot, this, and the grass what I'm on. It looks like it's been mowed. It's that good. But check that out. I'm going to have to have a look on my map and sort of like see which ones are which here. I think I'm under 2,000 feet, but I'm not far off. I think I'm about 1,900 feet at the minute. I wouldn't mind going down there and checking out all this valley. But I need to get me everything set up in there before it starts going dark and I can't see what I'm doing. My phone doesn't seem to be working on this up here, but I've got me Garmin InReach anyway, so I'll use that. Oh. Check that out. Views, man. It's almost spiritual, that. As long as no boulders decide to roll down there. Nothing looks loose, but you never know. Not heard any jets yet. There's a path leading up to that one now. Yeah, I'll look on my maps and check out what they all are. I know where Great Gable was before. Unbelievable, it's so worth the slog up. And you've got limitless water. If you've brought your if you've bought a filter with you, you've got limitless water. If I'd have had enough food, I'd have probably stayed another night. Check that out from above. There's another tarn over there. Like a bit of a valley heading down there. Like I said, there's plenty of places to camp as long as you get a bit of flat ground, but if you look down on that, what I'm on now, that is just meant for camping. I mean, there's another spot in front, and like I said, it's winter, so I don't think anybody else is going to come. This is a bit spicy here. And what a beautiful spot. Look at how flat the grass is. Someone's built like a windbreak around it. You've got, I'm not 100% sure what that mountain is. I'll have to have a look on my maps in a bit, but you've got mountains that side. You've got like Dale Head up there. The sun's setting behind there. And then you've got that where I've just come from, which heads back down to Honister Pass. And then this tarn. So this is Dale Head Tarn. And I think it's 540 metres. I'm not on, I'll have to put everything on the screen. But it's a bonny scent, isn't it? The Vern One. So I got this all the way from Norway, straight from the manufacturer. Obviously 4 seasons. And it's storm proof. They say it's bomb proof, but nothing's bomb proof. It does have a bit of a weakness here, but you can deal with that with a trekking pole. But like I said, we're not having bad weather. I suppose in a way, or is it this part? What's the weak one? It's not too bad, it's pretty solid. But we're not having any adverse weather anyway, so. But check this, I'm coming back here. I mean, it's a bit of a slog. I'd say it's about half a mile uphill. And I mean uphill. It's, my engine's still running though. I'm not gassed out. Once you sort of like get up to like where the path turns right, it's not too bad, but I've had like my backpack weighed about £30 with a coat on it. So I'm here now anyway, and at first when I first got here I saw 2 people with rucksacks on and I thought, no, don't camp here anyway. I think they were just on a day hike. If you're doing winter camping, you're going to have a big backpack like that. And I have brought my winter gear today, and that's what the weights come from. I brought my White Wolf -30 sleeping bag, which, to be fair, with the weather at the minute, I mean, I don't know what it's going to be like tonight. It's supposed to be going down past 0. I think that's overkill, because I could have probably got away with my 0 sleeping bag and saved a lot of weight, but I'd rather be warm and comfy. And like I said, I've not gassed myself out that much. It was just that first half a mile straight uphill, especially with all that on your back. So there's another wall here. So yeah, look at that. Mountains in every direction. Alright, so I'm all set up inside. Thermarest sleeping pad, psychology pillow, White Wolf -30 sleeping bag. But it has got a bit cold. I'm doing a bit of sweating, so these are my emotional support animals, because I've got PTSD, ADHD and brain trauma, and God knows what else I've got. These help me. So that's Guac, dinosaur. That red one's called Wainwright, and the one on the end on the far right is Baby Avocado, no less. And the sun's going down and it's just hitting that big mountain there. You're getting the colours on the side of the... I think that's the north face of it. Yeah, because the sun's gone down there, that's west. West. So that'll be north, won't it, there? Chilly bum bum, chilly willy. I mean, just check how clear that Tarn water is. I mean, obviously I've filtered and boiled it, but you probably drink it as it is. I wouldn't chance it, like, I always boil it, but I don't even reckon you need to filter it. So, let us know in the comments what's your favourite mountain, whether you camp on there or you hike it. I think my favourite mountain is probably Great Gable. I've always loved Coniston, the Old Man, but obviously it's not massive, is it? It's only a diddy one. But yeah, put down in the comments which is your favourite mountain. Camping or hiking. Or just looking at it. The shape of it. Alright, so the temperature's dropped now, so I'm in my down pants and my down booties. And I might look a bit of a twit. But these keep me warm. And it must be getting down to 0 now.
I'll put the picture of the puzzle on socials.
Yeah, definitely.
So tonight, I brought a radio. Oops, I've just turned it off. Now I don't normally bring the radio, but it's been quite soothing. And I've also brought some bourbon with me. Half a bottle. Probably not going to drink it all actually, because I'm just not been in the mood for drinking just lately. I might do, and then turn into blot, start swearing and slugging everyone off. So basically I've just been sat here contemplating life like you do when you are camping. I've got a few tips here actually. First of all, I bought one of these anemometers, whatever they call. Us blokes do like our gadgets, don't we? Well, it tells you what temperature it is and it tells you how fast the wind's going. But in my opinion, thinking about it, I mean, it's not heavy, but if your tent's blown down, it's windy. And if you're suffering from hypothermia, it's cold, isn't it? I guess it's your body and your tent will tell you, rather than paying a lot of money for one of these. So tips anyway, if you get these down booties, on the bottom of them, I've put Gorilla Tape. So basically I can walk. I mean, I won't start walking on stones or anything with them, but if you put a load of gaffer tape on the bottom, it sort of like strengthens them. I love these down pants. They really are warm. Another tip. So this is the Nortent Vern. Have a quick look around. It's got a washing line. Fantastic tent. I paid 425 quid for this with tax from the manufacturer in Norway. And I think it's as good, if not better, than a Hilleberg Sulu or Solo, whatever, however you want to pronounce them, because they're like 1,300 quid. So this is, I mean, these are going for about 700 quid now on eBay. But if you're going to buy one, just get it from the manufacturer in Norway. Go on Nortent's site and order one from there. You'll get it for 425. They probably will go up in price because of popularity, but people are ripping people off on eBay, selling them for 700 quid. You actually get it for 320. It's the tax what takes it up to sort of like 400. But yeah, another tip. So anyway, the vestibule, I sort of like go off on a tangent sometimes. You can cook in your vestibule, but before you light this, put your pan on top of it. Because I burnt my Durst, I've got a Durston X-Mid, and I was cooking, and wind caught the door, and it's burnt a big hole in the door. I fixed it with the repair stuff they give you. But yeah, before you start lighting your cooker in a space like this, put the pan on top to sort of like dampen the flame down, and then you won't, if it's windy or it starts blowing about, and it won't set fire to your tent. So there's 2 tips. But yeah, the Nortent, the only thing I don't like about it, and I found this now, is these 2 zips at the it has 2 vents either end, sort of like an upside down triangle. You've got the triangle for the pocket. You've got these vents here, so obviously you unzip that to let air flow in. It's mesh. But the only problem I've found is I think the zips should go down to the bottom, because when it's really cold, there's a small gap there. And the last time I was in it, I could actually feel a draft from this head end here. If you look closely, it's only a little hole, but when it was windy, the zips don't go right up to the top. It sort of like leaves this little hole. So the best bet for that would be to have the zips going down to the bottom, and then you could sort of like push your sleeping mat and your clothes up to it to stop that gap from blowing. I mean, it's not windy now, but it is cold. So yeah, can you see that where the zips don't actually meet, and it leaves a little hole. And sort of like if you're an old man like me and you get a breeze on your neck, you're gonna wake up in the morning with a brass neck. So I bought one of these pumps from Temu. I have got a couple of flex tails. This is a bit heavy, but it also has, I know the flex tail has a light on it, but this has got a decent light on it, he said. Yeah. That's for your SOS, sorry. So I've not seen any jets as such. I think we've only got 2, haven't we? They're probably over in Cyprus. Anyway, enough of politics. Hey, just as I said, no jets, there's one here. Oh, I've not missed it, it's over that side. It might come back. You can definitely hear him in distance. Bloody hell, it's gone cold. Oh, yeah, it's definitely creeping down to 0. It said it was going to be -2 tonight. And obviously, because you're near water, all the cold air congregates down to the tarns and such. Well, that jet's gone anyway. Show you a few more views before it goes dark. The sunlight on the tops of the mountains. I'm going to try and go up here again and see if I can get a signal. As of yet, I've not had one. But you could be the only human being on the planet. It's just, if you can get out and do it, because the sense of freedom it gives you. I mean, it's so good for your mental health. Just getting out hiking in the outdoors. It's fantastic for your mental health. And in the past, my mental health has not been the best, and this for me. Check out these mountains over here. Bit of ice there. To watch that, wandering about. Check out them with the sunlight on them. So yeah, I'm gonna go up here and without falling, try and see if I can get a signal. Yeah, so check the sunlight out on though. There's another little tarn down there. It really is cold now. It's got to be 0 now, or even getting down to -1. I'm absolutely freezing and gonna get back in the tent. Wow, that is cold. And like I saw up there is still a bit of snow on the big 8 and 900s. 900 metres, I mean. Things like Great Gable, Scarfell and all them that'll still have bits of snow on. I was expecting quite a bit of snow because I watch the Rockstar, I don't know if you watch him with the dog, Billy. He's been going up in February and it was he's been going up 800-900 metres though. And there was a hell of a lot of snow, but I think he said the day after they was having a some weather was coming in, rain and whatnot. And I mean, it's not stopped raining, has it? He said probably all the rain would get rid of the snow, and it looks like it has done. But let's have a look down at the tent, at the Vern One. I absolutely love this tent. Bit heavy, 6.5 pound. I've got about 11 tents, 12 tents. Come all the way down there. I'll walk down though rather than landing on top of it from here. I've got about 11 or 12 tents now. I might have more actually. But one of my favourites is the Targy One. Now that doesn't have any condensation issues. It's a free FUL gear. I've got a few of theirs. I've got the Lanshan, but I have a massive problem with that with condensation. I don't like it. It's a single skin tent, and I mean Hayes Outdoors likes that, but I've messaged him and I met him once when we was at Derwent Reservoir. And the Lanshan it's always salt when you get up. It's always absolutely piss wet through. Now the 3FUL gear Targy 1 and Targy 2. Now the Targy 1 I've got is a 4 season. And how am I getting down here? And the Targy 2 is a 3 season. It's the number 2 I've got. The Targy 2, sorry, is all sort of like netting. But it's a pallet. That is a palace. It's absolutely massive tent. The Targy 1, my Targy 1's a solid, so that's like 4 season. And it's my favourite tent, really. Because it only weighs 3.5 pounds. This Vern is sort of like on par with it, but I think the Vern will win in bad weather, because I think anything over 30 mile an hour winds, and I don't think I trust the Targy 1. However, I have had it up Kinder Scout. Like I said, this isn't my first rodeo, guys. I've had it up Kinder Scout and it was about 35 mile an hour winds up there. It was getting a bit hairy, and I had the Nature Height Mongar up Looking Stead in the Lake Districts, and that was about the same 35 mile an hour winds. But that was actually supposed to be sort of like based on the MSR Hubba Hubba, but that was the walls was blowing in a bit, so I had to get me hiking. I mean, I always have my hiking poles with me anyway. And I had to sort of like stick a hiking pole to the side of it. But the Targy's done well. But yeah, it's my sort of like joint favourite tent. But this is a bonny tent. This really is a bonny tent. And for what you pay for this Illeberg Sulu, or Solo, whatever you want to say, this is just so cheap. It has 8.5mm poles. It's got loads of tie-off points, and you see everybody, right? This is what I don't get as well on YouTube. All these supposed to be experienced wild campers, they always have the guy lines out. Now I've looked at the weather, alright, yeah, the weather can change. They always have the guy lines out, like as if there's going to be like a bleeding hurricane or something, and like tonight, there's no need for them. It's like just you're wasting your time messing about. If it starts getting really windy, you're gonna hear it because the tent's gonna be flapping about. So then you get out of the tent and then you do your guy lines. Now tonight the wind was supposed to be 20 mile an hour, but it's not. Now whether that was just up there on Dale Head, but the wind's really dropped. So yeah, unless you could get caught out and it could start during the night, but just get out your tent and then put the guy lines down. You're not going to get blown away. You've got to wake up. Once that weather starts coming in, you know when it starts getting windy, because your tent will be flapping about like, I don't know what. Yeah, look at that. And like whichever way the wind was coming, if the wind was coming east, this big piece of rock here would protect you. But it seems to be coming sort of like southeast. It's a southeasterly wind. Anyway, enough of my waffle. Right, lads and lasses, for tea, I've got some Cantonese style hoisin duck pot noodle. And for the morning, I've got some chocolate porridge, but the lid's bust on it, but I've managed to keep it all in. Now, I will be taking all my rubbish home. Listen, I've been camping 50 years, and I've always left no trace. And I've been camping a few times in Snake Wood in the Peak District, and it's an absolute horrendous mess in there. So whoever's doing that wants to start clearing up after themselves. In fact, I was camping there about 2 weeks ago. You said I don't film everything, so But I was with my mate, and we found a dump tent with a lot of shit in it. I have had other YouTube channels, and I actually had 10,000 subscribers on one of them. I won't tell you what they are because I want to start fresh. I want to see where this sort of like leads me. You've seen my face, you know I'm not famous. Not at all, so we'll see where this YouTube channel leads. Outdoor Boys, I love them, so I named it The Outdoor Boy. I mean, you never know, I might get a couple of people subscribing by mistake. It was done on purpose for that reason. Another thing with me is I'm honest, so I'm not going to start bullshitting people. Also, what I'm going to do, if this channel does start taking off, I'm not having any members only rubbish, nonsense. If you want to buy me a coffee, you can buy me a coffee, but I ain't doing any memberships where you have to pay every month. No one's got any money. Nobody's got any money to be messing about watching someone who's... I mean, even some of the top, you know, even some of the top YouTubers, they're all just normal people who've paid for a half-decent camera. I'm just using the phone here. So I'll never do memberships or out like that. All you have to do is subscribe, and it's free. That's free. Like, subscribe, and maybe drop a comment with whether you want to slag me off or encourage me. Like I said, I've been doing it for 50 years, so I'm not in it. And I'm certainly not in it for the money. I'm in it because I love doing it. And like I said, I've already had a channel what did 10,000. If anyone can guess which channel it was, because it did actually get quite popular at one point, but obviously not mega popular. But 10,000 is not shabby, is it really? So it's a lot warmer in this tent, though. Obviously, But yeah, someone's built a little windbreak wall all the way around this. And the grass looks like it's been mowed. I just can't believe what a top campsite this is. Blot Outdoors needs to come here. He'd absolutely love it. Right, so the sun's almost down now. I won't be out much longer, put it like that. Like I said, when you're down at water like this, all the cold air travels down to this water. I'd say it's about 0, -1 maybe. Check that out over there. There's a valley there. That way is back to honest past. All these rocks here. Millions of years old. So I've got the radio on. Got all my down gear on. Had a few bourbons. Going a bit blot, like, but I've messaging people on me Garmin InReach. I've got a Garmin watch as well, so I'm never going to be in any trouble. But it's like you're literally the only person on the planet here. It's like being the only man in a Martian universe. I just love it so much. And like I said, pitch your tent up in the garden. Buy a tent, pitch it up in the garden, and just pretend you're here. You know, print a few pictures off of Helvellyn and such, and stick them on the side of your tent. Won't do you no harm, and it won't do your mental health any harm either. Check that out. Check that out. I might have to climb that actually. Maybe not today, but anyone out here? Where's Dean? Oh, lovely. Morning, one and all. Morning, campers. Right, the time is nearly 5:25. I had an absolutely belting sleep. I was warm. In fact, I was too warm really in this in the White Wolf minus fur. I sort of like unzipped it a bit and had me sort of like my top half out. So yeah, I'm not rushing off. I know while camping you're supposed to sort of like turn up late and leave early, but unless there's loads of people, which I doubt there will be, because it's Wednesday today, it's through the week, so yeah, Temu, I get a lot of stuff from Temu, and people say it's crap, but I mean this cooker here, this stove, I paid £10 for that, and it's light. There's that radio I brought, and it's got emergency weather on it. It's got a torch on it, a compass on the top. It's got a DAB radio, normal radio. I couldn't get the DAB radio on last night, obviously no signal. It's got like an alarm. I'll show you the alarm. It's got, yeah, like I said, it's got the torch on it. And I don't think that, I think this was about 15 quid or something. Might not have even been that. But yeah, that little cooker, stove should I say, I think that was a tenner. So you can pick up, I think if you're going to start while camping, this is my opinion, obviously, you better invest in a decent sleep system, because you can get away with a crap tent, to be honest with you. I mean, not in a storm or all like that, but you can get away with sort of like a rubbish tent as long as you got a decent sleep system. So you want to buy a good sleeping pad to sleep on, and you want to buy a decent, expensive sort of like get in there with a sleeping bag. Because like I said, you can get away with a rubbish tent with a decent sleep system. Obviously not in a storm, because you can blow away, but the tent will get wrecked. But yeah, invest in a good sleep system, and you won't go wrong. Because you get a comfy nice sleep. It makes a world of difference in the morning when you wake up, and you've got to hike out from. And it's, I mean, this isn't far. What we've done this time, it's only about 1.5 miles in. I mean, it was hard going up, but if you get a decent night's sleep, yeah, it makes a world of difference the next morning. I'm waffling crap again, huh? The ESA are in the naughty pocket, because he wanted to go wild swimming, and I told him it was freezing. I got this little torch as well off TV. This is light, really light and quite bright as well. So I'm the Temu man. Obviously the tent's not from Temu, but this sleeping bag was actually this White Wolf, and this is supposedly goes down to -30. Obviously my sleeping pads
a thermarest, which are expensive, and I mean expensive. However, you get a lifetime guarantee with them. So if it ever pops and you can't repair it, say like the valve goes on it, they'll send you a new one. Oh. There was a few gusts earlier on, which seems to have calmed down now. There's no condensation in the tent this time. Last time I was in it, this panel here got a bit damp. But I had a coat sort of like laid up against it. Now I've not put anything against the walls this time. I mean, the pants are there, but that's not wet either. So yeah, you don't really get condensation with it. I'm gonna have my brew.
Westerly 4 or 5, backing southerly 5 or 6, occasionally 7 later in north. Occasional rain in north, good, occasionally moderate. South at Sierra, westerly, backing southerly 3 to 5, backing southeasterly 5 or 6 later. Fair, good. 40s, Cromarty. South 4 to 6, fair, good. 4th, Tyne, Dogger. South 4 or 5, fair, good. Fisher, German Bight, variable 2 to 4, becoming south or southeast 3 to 5 later. Fog patches in east, moderate or good, occasionally very poor in east. Humber, Thames, Dover. East veering southeast 3 to 5, fog patches at first, moderate or good, occasionally very poor at first. White, Portland, Plymouth, Biscay. East veering southeast 3 to 5, mainly fair, good, occasionally moderate. Fitzroy, Seoul. Cyclonic 3 to 5, becoming northwest 5 to 7 later, perhaps gale 8 later in Fitzroy. Rain or showers in west, good, occasionally poor in west. 1020, now rising. Ronald's Way, east-southeast 3. 6 miles, 1024, falling slowly. Malin Head, south by east, 4.
So it's 6:30 in the morning. We're getting some more water. Oh. So yeah, if you're using water from the Lake District, I'd still boil it. But this is it is really clear. Don't feel as cold now. Bit cloudy. Just hope it don't rain really. So yeah, having a filter and boiling water, it saves you carrying loads of water up. Because obviously liquid's really heavy. Yeah, check how clear that is.
It looks like wobbly.
Look at these scenes. There is quite a bit of ice knocking about, but that's helped with the bogs. Because with all the rain we've had, it's quite boggy up here. Still got my down pants on. Brr. Biddly brr. See all these bogs here, look. It's dodgy here. Look at this, I'm on Crib Gock. So I can hear running water down there, there's definitely a stream. So yeah, it's cold when you get out of that tent.
Villages.
There have been reports of attacks across the region. The Saudi Defense Ministry said 2 cruise missiles were intercepted and destroyed south of Riyadh. Officials in Kuwait said an 11-year-old girl.
So another thing you need to be aware of when you're camping in cold weather is what gas you bring. Now this is performance gas, because once it gets freezing you need a propane and butane mix depending on what stove you've got. Because when I went to Ben Nevis, I just took, I think it was might have just been butane, and it froze and it doesn't work. You want your gas working when it's cold, because if you have got a bit of gas you can always warm your tent up a bit with it as well. So Wainwright and Baby Avocado have found a piece of slate, and they're going to be taking it home for Mrs. Mole, my partner. She puts different stones from different mountains in her garden. Guox fell asleep.
But actually, the state of the north is very important, and right now it's probably left out about around 14 million barrels a day, which is quite a lot. It's like 5% of it's 15% of what we need.
So another good thing, a good feature on this tent is the door. It's 4 season and everything's solid, look, so you can have the solid up at the door when it's freezing, like that, or in summer when it's warm you can just have the netting for the bugs. Now the Hilleberg Sulu doesn't have that feature, so really for a 1,300 quid tent you can only use it in winter, whereas this you'll be able to use it all year round. And obviously with the vents as well, 2 vents either end, it'd be usable in all year round, whereas like I said, you're paying over £1,000 for a Hilleberg Sulu. But I love this tent. Hey, oh, my Garmin's going off. It's not them lot, is it, pressing the buttons? Don't you be pressing that SOS button. So the time is 8:30, just gone. And it's looking a bit grey and dull. So it could rain. Now I was going to hang about till about 11 o'clock, as long as we want a lot of hikers. Like I said, it's Wednesday today, so I can't see many people being out and about. Maybe on the main summits, but... So that's Dale Head up there. Not sure where the peak is, it might be that. So, with this grey weather, we'll give it half an hour and see. If it starts raining, I'll just hunker down for a bit. I don't really want to be walking back while it's raining, because I've left my waterproofs in the car. My waterproof pants. I've got a waterproof coat, so that's not too bad. Now I think that one up there is High Spy. So inside the tent, it's almost 10 degrees. And outside, it's no more than 1. So you got a good 9-degree difference. You can tell when you get out of the tent how cold it is. Right, the wind's picked up quite a lot, so I've hurriedly packed up. Leave no trace, as always. My rubbish is in this bag and I'll be taking it back to the car. Everything's squared away. Bit of an easier walk now. It's a bit uphill to start with, but it's not like that first bit when I was coming up. So yeah, I might end the video back at the car, back at Honest to Slate Mines, but yeah, always leave no trace. Bit of rubbish there. I think some of this is off other people, but I'll take it anyway. Right, so we'll say goodbye to the mountain. I shall see you back at the car. Back at the whip, as Good Bloke Outdoors says, because he's got a Volvo as well. Camps. Check this whole thing out here. This was for tightening the fences up. That is all 1950s, 1940s maybe. All in the mist. Very atmospheric. So I'm not sure what that lake is there. I think there's 2 of them. I'm wondering if that might be Buttermere, you know. Could be, which would mean Haystacks is to the left. So yeah, Honest and Slate Mine. They're still actually mining slate from here. See the trucks and whatnot going up there. Alright, so we're back at the car park. Let's have a look at this little train and then I'll say tatty bye. So like and subscribe, it's free. You don't have to pay. Yeah, so Dale Head Tarn. That's where I've been up there. So I'll say tatty bye and toodle pip. Like and subscribe. Send maybe some treats.